Buff Nation, what is going on? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Wanted to get this quick video out because I've seen some people making a big fuss about this on Twitter, whatnot, about Coach Prime's daughter, Bossy, Shelomi Sanders, entering the transfer portal. You know, she was on the women's basketball team this past year, and previous to that played at Jackson State, but she hasn't gotten on the court really much at all these first 2 years of her career. And I just kind of see this as her wanting to get on the court and play. I mean, you only have a finite amount of time for for you to play college sports. I talk about this all the time with football players that enter the transfer portal. Yeah, like make sure you get on the field and can play. The odds of you going pro to the NFL are so small. Even with the UFL involved, it's still very, very small, or Canadian football. Go ahead and make sure that you can get on the field and play and enjoy it. And that's kind of how I read this situation. I think Brian Howell tweeted something out similar to this where he's saying that she wants to go play somewhere. So we'll see. I imagine that it's going to be a smaller school. Be really cool if she still stays in Colorado, but I think the most important thing for her is that she goes to a place where she has a legitimate opportunity to play a lot of minutes, and I think that's great. Some people are want to say, "Oh, well, you know, if she's leaving, then Coach Prime's going to leave." At the end of the day, you got to let your kids go at some point. And I think he wants what's best for his daughter, and it's a little bit different because Shiloh and Shador, they're starting caliber players right now at this level, and she just hasn't been for CU. I don't think really any of us were expecting her to be a starter or anything like that on CU, but hopefully she learned a lot of things, continue to improve this year, but now she deserves that opportunity to really go and play a meaningful role somewhere. So that's kind of how I see this thing. And I still maintain this fact. I view it as a fact that Colorado is the perfect fit for Coach Prime. And if he's going to move on after this year, I think it's for a couple of reasons. One, you know, he wanted to coach his kids. That's what a lot of people think. Or two, he gets an offer from a school like Florida. But I think a lot of things need to happen for a bigger SEC school to offer him. I think you need to see a double-digit win season this year at minimum, with some big-time results. A lot of the things that we saw in terms of the management and coaching cleaned up. This is a disciplined football team. I think the odds of him going to coach the Dallas Cowboys are super minimal, because I just don't know how that would fly in a locker room where you got your dad coming in as a head coach. And again, I think to be the Dallas Cowboys head coach coming up here from college where you're bringing in your son, you got to have some big time results this year. I'm still expecting an improvement for CU, but I don't know how Jerry Jones can sell that, or really any other NFL team. And I don't see Coach Prime being an assistant coach. At the end of the day, you're paid so much more money as a college football head coach than you are as an assistant coach in the NFL. And these people that are in the spotlight, that are coaches, they're the same as you and me. They're taking the job with the highest offer given to them most of the time, because how much you're paid really goes to show how much you're valued and respected by your employer or potential employers. So that's how I see things. And I don't think a lot of college football teams, again, as I have said in the past, would give Coach Prime the freedom to operate his plan the way that he wants. And he's been given that freedom to do that here. I think that's a very unique thing. Again, I don't think some people that are college football old heads, maybe in the Southeast, that follow SEC football totally get it or understand it. But that's why I always thought this type of marriage would work really well, or relationship, because Coach Prime's coming in here doing things his way, doing things differently. It's kind of like a startup, and CU is a place where you're able to do that. It's not Auburn. I think I said this a while ago. It is not Auburn. CU was a culture like Auburn, this thing would have never happened. And I think I just see this thing lasting longer than past this year. That's kind of how I see it. I don't think you would have seen other coaches or transfers come in here that have multiple years of eligibility do that. But again, what do I know? I'm just a guy talking out of his apartment out here in Colorado as a Buffaloes fan and a University of Colorado graduate. I'm a little biased here, but I just see this thing lasting at least a few more seasons, and then it's kind of hard to see past that. But y'all cherish this. Y'all cherish every moment of this. This is an exciting time to be a Buffs fan, and I think we really are building something special. But I think if Coach Prime's going to leave this year, after this year, it's going to take us like winning a national championship or something crazy like that. And then you got to wonder, well, hey, if you're already winning here, you already put the foundation here. Why go and start over again? Right? So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like. But ultimately, I think that this is news that is not as like there's no reason to be concerned. Let's just see how it all plays out. Let's go Buffs, y'all.